I did almost everything correctly, but I forgot to turn on the fucking phantom power for my microphone. I swear to Christ. It is Monday. Welcome on in, everyone. Hopefully your Mondays have been good. Hopefully you had a good weekend. Welcome on in, Kronos. Welcome on in, Zeph and Cynic Val. Glad to have you, Sweet Beans. Welcome on in, Slowpian and G-Turn as well. Welcome on in, Pup Chaos. Glad to have you. Welcome on in, Jake Bing, and happy birthday over to Jake. Welcome on in, Fine Point as well. Glad to have you. Welcome on in, Matthias. Gosh, Matthias is neat. Welcome on in, Big O Luxray. Welcome on in, Casper Ells. Welcome on in, Ivan Arts. Welcome on in, Brionic. Welcome on in, Pseudowolf as well. Welcome on in, Sorrel. I think I got everyone. Here, let me get some sneaky shoutouts in for Big O Luxray. You missed me. Welcome on in, Jaren. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. One for Big O Luxray, and then one for Ivan. Because I only just arrived. You did. You only just now arrived. You set this up. You set this up so that way, no matter what, I would always miss you. There we go. So I'm also going to sneak a shout out in there for Jared, but hopefully you guys had a good weekend. We are returning to art, so let me go ahead and move over to the main stage and get the music going. You missed me because I've been lurking. Welcome on in, Cam. Cool. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. But yeah, no. We are returning. We are returning to the shit. I meant to put in the the music video one, but this is fine still. But no, Moo, welcome on to Balhina. I think I missed you. I'm sorry. Let's see. But you know, we are returning to the Macro March. Macro March work. I bought. Fun fact: Stargate received the best Toho game. It's not even an official game. Wait. Luna isn't it's not an official game? I think if I just like here. It's a fan game? That sounds about right. I'm gonna be honest with you. Watching like the Toho community scares me. The amount of shit, the effort they put into shit that's just like. Because, like, if you look at, like, there's some incredibly high-quality fucking animations. One Arm Scissored? I'm unfamiliar with that song. Yeah, Starkey, toe fetishes are a bit scary. Oh, okay. Where's this coming from? No, the Toho fans. The Toho fan base is like rabid. Fun fact, apparently, by the way, Zune doesn't like his characters looted. I mean, that makes sense. Toe sounds like toe. I made a pun. So you were going for not Toho, not Toe Ho. You're going for Toe Ho. Is that the pun that you're going for? Toho is a pun. I got the shape here really good, but then I here. It's just like a bit too long. Who's a hoe for toe? I can think of quite a few people, although probably not a decent number of people who are lurking in the stream.
Rats, we're rats. We're the rats.
What's up, Chris?
Fun fact, as long as you don't fuck around in the sound room, Zune is mostly chill with what you do with Toho Project.
As long as you don't fuck around with this in the sound room? What's the sound room? The place where you listen to music in Toho officially? Oh. Okay. But no, like, because like there's straight up like 30 minutes of extremely high quality fucking Sakuga that was animated by a Toho fan as a fucking fan project, and I looked at that and I'm like, this is so much effort. This is so much effort. What the fuck did what did I respect the the level of dedication that fan base has, and to be honest with you, I kind of I aspire to that level. Maybe not quite with maybe not quite so deeply unhinged, but imagine giving effort. Welcome on, Ileana's Pixel Man. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. So I'm trying to think of what all happened over the weekend. I got a haircut, groceries, a lot of stuff I needed to I had to pick up a lot of odds and ends over the weekend, which was definitely that was a thing that needed to be done. And then yesterday was cooking, and I did pick up what's the fucking game called? Brain. It's the fucking I Slay the Spire. My brain was struggling. Gary, Indiana's finest. Wait, Matthias, you're not actually in Gary, are you? Don't listen to Ilianos. I mean, I wasn't going to judge you, but I would have been meaningfully concerned for your safety. The fox is lying. Ilianos has been known to do that occasionally. Matthias lives in Gary for sure. Foxes are known to be tricksters. Yeah, that sounds like something Ilianos would do, considering how many times he's thrown Borbs at me. I don't lie, I tell non-canonical facts. I mean, that's definitely a fun way of putting it, honestly. If I lived in Gary, I'd probably be less online, spending more of my time vibing at delis in Chicago. That's fair. I've gone through Gary, Indiana a couple of times driving back from Chicago, but it's definitely it is an area I feel a little bit unsafe being, for sure. The Borbs will continue to launch until morale improves. Just be the person stabbing the people and not the one being stabbed. Welcome on, Zinfandel. What have you, Sweet Bean? Oh, I thought I recognized you, fellow crow friend. How you doing? I did not realize that you were on Twitch. I keep a track on other Corvids in the community. So I actually did recognize the username. Hopefully you're doing well. You had to pop out a bit for Art Club. Hopefully Art Club goes well for you. But no, it's so awesome of having to be here. Well, thank you for stopping by. I'll be honest with you, it is to some degree wild. Zeph, why would you fucking do this to me? Oh my god, this one hit me like a brick wall. Welcome on in, Sino. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Can we show for Sino? If you like soft dragons, Sino is a great place to be. Of course, assuming one of my mods is available. Yep, there you go. Thank you, Zeph. Hopefully you're doing well over there. It's probably Tuesday for... I'll be able to dab me up. I'm currently working on my own stylistic choices. Starky when he hears Engage. Fuck that. I hate Engage so much. That game sucks ass. It's just me when I hear Fire Emblem Engage. It actually has the most fucking... I feel so bad for the writer, because it's not her fault. It's not her fault. But she did write she is the person who wrote far and away the worst piece of fiction that I've had the displeasure of reading. Wait, that's not fair. That's not fair. I've read a couple of things that are worse. I'm doing good. How's the art? It's going all right. Currently picking up. So the idea was macro. It's macro Mino March. So I'm trying to do, because this is my Mooman. His name is Anthus. What about Twilight or My Immortal? I have not read either of those. Even worse than Sonic 06. I've not read the story of Sonic 06. The only thing I've read that I think I dislike more than the story of Engage is Incredibly Loud, Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of that particular book. I'll be honest with you, that's a bit of a deep cut too. The only reason I fucking read it was because I took a reading class in high school and it was an assigned reading. That was the same assigned, that was this... RC, welcome on in! Can we get a shout for RC as well? A fellow Tumby, a big Tumby man. Big handsome Tumby lion. Tumby... Are you a lion or a tiger? You're a tiger, right? I'm trying to think if you have stripes or not. Okay, you have stripes. You're a tiger. I can't keep the two straight. There's a Mexican restaurant opening in a walking distance to me. They post the menu saying to send me to heaven, and now I can't wait for it to open. Listen, okay. I'm about to reveal something dumb about the way my brain works after my tummy
Starky,
stomach.
what's the most average state in America? Oklahoma. I could go into depth about why, but in short, it's just okay.
I'm gonna put this rat into the grinder. I'm gonna grab this rat and I'm gonna shake the rat, despite what the video game Rat Shaker told me not to do. I've not played Rat Shaker. The translator's note. But no, okay. I have to explain the way that my brain works.
Rats, where the rats?
What's up, Chris?
The West used to be so cool, it used to be the Wild West. Now it's just the Midwest.
So I have to explain a thing about the way my brain works that might be neurospice, or it might be just something weird. So to explain real quick, like, to describe this series of boxes, it's a row. So that, you know, this series of boxes is a row. My brain knows this. I know if you fucking like it, so like, you know, there's the opposite where it's like it's a row because it's horizontal. My brain doesn't fucking remember that this is a column. My brain remembers that columns and rows are similar, but rows are horizontal and columns aren't rows. And my brain does the same fucking thing with tiger. I'm gonna delete my mod. But my brain does the same fucking thing with tigers and lions, where like my brain isn't like, my brain sees big cat, and my brain is not like my brain is not like see the attributes and is like, oh, that's that big cat. My brain is like, okay, tigers have the stripes. Does it have the stripes? No, it's a lion. I don't know if anyone else does that. Starky does not know what a lion is. You're correct. I don't know what a lion is. Farlem engages on par with the Tom Hanks movie where I remember correctly has a son with autism and then proceeds to die in the Twin Towers. Wait, Brionic, do you actually know Extremely Loud, Incredibly Close? Because yes, that's basically the plot of that. And don't tell Starky about cheetahs or other large cats. Cheetahs are fine, because cheetahs are like, they got a different enough shape and like thing for my brain to immediately be like, that's a cheetah. But like tigers and lions have like a very similar like mass and body structure. But like the finer details are where like the difference becomes. And so I always fuck up the two. I don't know why my brain does that. It just does it. So basically what I'm saying is I don't know what big cats are. You have to be nice to Fire Emblem Engage for the duration of this Hopeless Core rant. Okay. You know, I give Fire Emblem Engage a lot of what I believe to be genuinely like, oh god fucking damn it, the why are you broken again? I have to hold up, I gotta stop the closed captions, I gotta start them again. Oh, I love it. It's just great, isn't it? Okay. But no, like I give it a lot of like, you know, defined and like, you know, earned crap, but if there's one thing that it's got going for it, like the gameplay and maps are relatively like, you know, they're relatively well composed. They got enough going on for them where like even, you know, with the story being set aside, like if you're capable of turning your brain off and just saying the story is dumb and doesn't matter, which it is dumb, doesn't matter, the gameplay can probably carry the experience for you. I love technology. I love OBS. Hold up. Okay, captions. Caption is source is heard on stream. Okay, yeah, so it just spontaneously dies for no. There we go. God, I love technology when it works. Blame Fire Emblem. Yeah, it's Fire Emblem Engage's fault. A dual mode or whatever it's called looked neat until you remember it's a turn-based fight. That's why I had to make sure I heard correctly that Fire Emblem Engage is about autism and... No. I'm saying that, like, the only piece of media that I The only piece of, like... The only story I've ever read or engaged with that I liked less than Fire Emblem Engage was Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close. Just because it's, like... It does a thing where, like, the writer really wants the story to matter, and so they go so hard into making the situation sad that it becomes emotionally manipulative, and I just can't engage. That's something I get into in the video essay that I've been working on, which all the voice lines are recorded. I just need to actually fucking edit the video together, and which does include a couple of bits. You can't engage with Engage. I cannot. Lumera speedruns the dead parent plotline. Lumera, is that what's their face's mom? I genuinely don't fucking remember her name. If that is her name, you could be gaslighting me. You could be like, yeah, no, her name is actually fucking Alir's mother. It's Starky has to I had to disengage. Also, Starky, hi Pippity, hi Pip. Can we just have her Pippity Pup? But no, I had to disengage. She has 3 alts and Fire Emblem heroes all wearing the same dress. My god, that sounds fucking awful. Was that one Robert Pattinson movie where everything is perfectly fine and look up, then suddenly plot twist, it's 9/11 the end? What? What? Remember Me? Wait, what? Isn't that like a meme about a cartoon reviewer? Like there's that? Is that why it was a meme for a bit? Because there was the cartoon reviewer on YouTube who was like, Turning Red should have been about 9/11. Like that was the thing that happened, but I didn't realize that the reason it took off as a meme is because it was based on another separate piece of media. Work lurking. All good. Thank you for hanging out, though, you sweet bean. There's a Robert Pattinson movie where he plays a kid's older brother and they're like bros and shit, and then randomly at the end it's just 9/11. What happened to today's stream? When did we turned into a fucking Ray the Yeen stream? Premier 9/11 streamer Ray the Yeen. There it is. I genuinely don't remember there being a conflict. And in case you thought I was doing a bit, no, that emote is from Ray the Yeen. How did... What is happening today? I guess to be fair, it's my fault, because I mentioned extremely loud and incredibly close. It was so wild, because reading that back-to-back with, oh, there was another one. There was another book we read that was about, like, neurospicy or a child with, like, some flavor of autism. And, like, the difference in, like, how respectfully the kids were handled was, like, fucking startling. You think of it, shark swims are like, kind of like 9/11. I will not elaborate. That was a mispress, but like also, I think that that's just a sign that the stream needs to end. I think that's a sign that we can't continue because I know where you're going with that. The Robert Pattinson movie is called Remember Me. Okay, Remember Me. 2010 film. Okay, I'm reading the fucking plot synopsis on Wikipedia. I'm not going anywhere with it. You know what you did. You know what you were setting up. No, I need context. In 1991, a young girl named Allie Craig witnesses her mother, Helen, being mugged and fatally shot on a New York subway station platform. 10 years later, she's a student at NYU and lives with her father, Neil, an NYPD detective in Queens. One night, Tyler and her best friend and roommate Aiden get involved in someone else's fight and are arrested by Neil. Apparently it was a romance movie. I thought it was a brothers movie. I'm just a burb. I didn't do nothing wrong. Welcome on, Kasai. Glad to have you sweeping. Also, happy birthday. If it is your birthday, you had it labeled as your birthday on Discord. Welcome on in, Amari. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Why is it... As the camera pans over the character, Carolyn arrives at her classroom where the teacher writes the date as Tuesday, September 11th, 2001. What the fuck? Look up the ending on YouTube. Okay, hold up. This is gonna fuck up my search history. This is gonna fuck up my search history. It's gonna do truly awful things to my search history. Remember Me movie ending. You're kidding. You're kidding. Oh my god. Please tell me they edited fucking all-star. Oh my god, you're kidding. You're fucking joking. Oh my god. They did not. What? Was this just like a weird fucking third act, like Diabolus Ex Machina? Because what the fuck? Your message failed to send my beloathed. Nothing was hinted to this. Well, that sure... No fucking shot! Did it really? Okay, please tell me it would be so much fucking funnier. Starky, they hit the... Well, that sure happened. Welcome on, Astral. Glad to have you seen. You can shout for Astral. I really hope it just cut. It just cut and was implied. Because that would be so much fucking... It would be so much funnier. Because, don't get me wrong, nothing about that is ever going to be like, oh, that's so sad, that's so tragic. That would make the ending way funnier if they cued playing sounds. Wait. Let me cook. We're cooking. They just cut the live. No, fucking. Hold up. I'm going to hell for this. I'm aware that I'm going to hell for this, but it will be really fucking funny. hold up. We're cooking. We're cooking. It's where, what was there's a Disney Channel movie about 9/11 and they never tell you it's about 9/11 until they start doing a Majora's Mask countdown to 9/11. What the fuck? Okay. Okay, hold up. I have too many fucking windows open. This is the problem with being a streamer and also having ADHD. Is the two combined to... Welcome on in, Bunny Honey. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to Live Check. Glad to have you, Sweet Pea. I'm so glad you joined us just in time to experience whatever the fuck this is gonna be. Welcome on, no Shannon. Glad to have you, Sweet Pea. Hold up. No, I can time this. I can time this better. I didn't realize there was so much bullshit at the start of the Smash Mouth fucking... Hold up. Hold up. What the fuck are you watching? Apparently this is a romance movie that came out in, it came out in 2010. Oh my god. You're fucking... Sorry, Starky, the joke's not landing. I think I'm going insane. You guys were able to hear the music, right? That's fine. That's fine. Sometimes you go for jokes and they don't land. Okay, perfect. We were excellent. Listen, I was going for the fucking the edited version at the end of the edited ending of The Mist. This marks the second time Robert Pattinson has been tangentially related to 9/11. That is weird how that happened twice, isn't it? Going insane. I'm just like, I'm flabbergasted. I forgot that Robert Pattinson was... Wait, that wasn't the tangential relation I thought it was gonna be. Wait, are there three connections? Are there three connections between Robert Pattinson and 9/11? Because I was thinking about the 9/11 to Ellen DeGeneres losing her job connection. The chain of Ellen DeGeneres losing her job because the source is I lied. Okay, I was about to say. Does it mean a liar pants? I was like, I'm pretty sure, I don't even necessarily know if he was old enough to fucking fly a plane at that point. Where are my 2 pennies? You'll find them. You'll find them if you answer my questions 3. Question number 1: Does P equal NP? Question quick. Oh god, we summoned it. Welcome on in, your egg. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. We died. No, we summoned you. We were talking today. We started talking about Fire Emblem Engage, and then I was like, I've only hated one thing more than Fire Emblem Engage, and that's the story Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close, which is about 9/11. And somehow we've gone on an entire extended fucking conversational track about 9/11. Disney Channel decom commercial Tiger Cruise with Hayden. I'm killing the bit. This has been going on for too long. This is Ray's energy. This is not my energy. Stop. Hey, check DMs. I'm gonna start killing the bit. Why do I feel like I look at this and I'm like, there's something weird is gonna happen in here. I swear to fucking Christ. It's giving tragic. Shut the fuck up. This is the second time that word has been grabbed by Automat. I should stop saying it, but making Starky have to approve it each time is a little funny. I searched for 9/11 was bad, Family Guy. You need to... Wait, is this what was recommended? No. Oh, wait, no, never mind. This was sent by Kasai. What has happened? Okay, that's a really good cut. That's a really I think that if we just stop it there, what a time to pause. Oh, come on, Insider Adventure. Glad I have you, Sweepy. Oh my God! Wait, hold up. No. 9/11 is it. Okay, I'm gonna say something. 9/11 is like World War II, and that there's so much fucking media made about it that shit like this is fucking inevitable. Okay, I go exposed. Okay, I'm going insane. I do love the fact that Kermit as canon in the fucking canon to the Muppets universe. Kermit's existence somehow caused a 9/11. Welcome on campus. Glad to have you, Sweeping. Okay, we officially killed the bit by linking it to the Minions. Yeah, there we go. Anyways, now that new bit inspired by this quote. I have seen more of my friends' dicks than their face. Yeah, that's just the furry experience. I should do that. I can thank you for the idea. Thank you. You can credit me, but you have to credit me in like I'll you have to credit me in like an extended like a 400-hour fucking ARG style like alternate universe where Kermit was directly involved. Can you show me the 9/11 Sona story? No. I'm killing the bit. We gotta move on. Oh my God. So anyways, chat, how's your week? How's your week been going? How's Monday? How's your friend's penis? Do you oh my God. I don't know how to fucking segue. Remember back when there was a Flash series being made of Final Fantasy characters getting into fights with each other right after 9/11? Someone claimed, post on the series forums their sibling claiming that the... Oh my God. Me doing Junko poses on the plane. God damn it, Ray. Incredible question. I bet my friends' penises are fine. You gotta check up on your friend's junk. That's the... Like I said, that as per the quote... The furry experience is knowing more friends, having seen more friends' penises than knowing their names or faces. That's it's true. I have a penis folder. Do you sort your penises? Do you have like do you have a penis like sorting algorithm? Yes. Is it based on owner or is it based on shot? I put them in the penis wiggler. A penis sorting AI. The penis filter. The penis wiggler is a really good joke. I think that bit has also reached its its zenith. There's nothing we can say that is funnier than the penis wiggler. I heard something like that. That furry relationships develop in reverse. Start with your kinks and their hobbies and their name, and maybe you'll learn their first name. You're so it's so right though. What's up, Chris?
Starky is bestest Bob in the lab.
You know, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I'm also the only Borb in the lab. Wait. I'm pretty sure I actually know Ray's first name. I was gonna make a Costco and poke a Pia tomorrow. Oh my god! Wait, do you? Hold on. Let me confirm so that way I don't dox you. Starky doesn't know my first name. Rather, I don't hide it. That's fair. I'm pretty honest about like my first name as well. If only just because it ends up being a fucking meme so often. Like, people don't realize they're saying some shit that's fucking activating my neurons. Because my government first name is Jason. I don't remember your name. I mean, my name is easy to find once you check my Discord. That's fair. So there's like 4 different fucking memes associated with Jason. You sound like a Jason? Shut the I've never... That actually might be the single fucking meanest thing anyone's ever said to me. I was gonna say you look like a Matthew. Well, I've got a fucking funny thing to send you. Is the worst, Robbie. Okay, so I remember the origin. I remember the origin of Ray at the very least. I thought Starky's real name was. Oh my, no, absolutely not. Starky, now I have to question: would you want your partner to call you by your name or Starky? It doesn't really matter. My IRL friends call me interchangeably the two. So like my friends who are like regulars on the stream do refer to me as both Jason and Starky. To some degree, it is an aspect of me. It's just, you know, I couldn't imagine yelling, "Shut the fuck up!" No, Starky. Starky checked DM's 2 videos for you. I'm not gonna get this done. I'm not gonna get this art done today. It's not gonna happen. It's not at the rate things are going. We will be making no fucking progress. Fun fact: back in the day, Starky ran the most subscribed. Ray William Johnson. The music definitely isn't helping. The cutscene is not. Hold up. What is this? Why is he animated like those like the fucking like has anyone else seen those Squid Game animations? No, this is the best game cutscene. Zeph, did you shout out 50/50 Cupid? Everyone point and laugh at Zeph. Zeph, haha. But also, why is this animated like those fucking like the you know those like the like hold up. Fuck what like the Squid Game animations? It's like Cody. I'm getting tangented within a tangent. This is where we're at. This shit is fucking animated like one of these animations. This might be the most ADHD we've ever gone in an art stream. There's a reason behind this, Starky? No! No! You are not telling me they got the fucking Cody animator? Please, it'd be so fucking funny. They did not, but it's just as egregious. Because this is incredibly over animated. I love it. It's over animated for the bit. I forgot about the rain. Not the fucking the. Anyways. Okay, so now I need to what the. Yeah, we've reached that level of ADHD. I can't unsee it. I can't fucking unsee it. I can't unsee the animation. You're fucking kidding! That is, was this Just Dance? What? What is this in? Dance Central 3 story mode? I graduated in COVID, so I didn't even get a fucking chance to be handed my diploma. I just realized I fucking missed that because of COVID. I'm still unlocking COVID trauma. Welcome on, Ruffles. Good to have you, Sweet Bean. Are you singing pretty good? No, this is not me. Welcome on, Death Nation. Where is this? What? How did we get here from graduation? I need to learn more about musical theater, I think is what I'm learning. You ever heckle a comedian so hard he fucks up the bit in his next performance? That's wild. Okay, that's actually a pretty good bit. I would do that. I would gaslight someone into thinking a turn of phrase exists where it very much does not. Remember when this was an art stream? Neither do I. Our little gaslighter. But no, because between Jason Derulo, the Jason from fucking Heavy Rain, and the fact that I hate trigonometry, not because any of the math is particularly hard, but because the fact that the word adjacent, which is spoken very goddamn frequently in fucking trigonometry, was cooking my brain. Like every single time I would zone out for like 30 seconds and I'd be fucking pulled back in. Also, I just realized I've been streaming at a lower quality. I've been streaming a lower a reduced visual quality. We're speedrunning different Bad Apple versions. I thought we were safe from the Bad Apple shitpost. No. It is eternal. To be fair, like I said, I would take that as a fucking accomplishment. That is like an achievement. It's like gaslighting a comedian so hard by heckling them that you that you fucking you fundamentally alter their personality by making one of their bits fail as hard as possible. All right. I need to download the newest version because apparently there's like a smart shape feature in the newest version. Remember it happened to Michael Richards, the Laugh Factory, that one time? Who's Michael Richards? Is that Kramer?
Rats. Where the rats?
I remember the Hall of Shame exists. I will use this to my advantage.
Kramer, yeah? Oh my god. Dude, that fucking... The amount of... I love the, like, incredible dichotomy between the four people who originally wrote Seinfeld, because two of them ended up going on to have, like, extremely successful comedy career, and the other two have been burning. They've just been burning their career in goodwill. Welcome on in, Segir. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. They've been crashing and burning real hard. But hopefully you're doing well, Mr. Otter. How, Bird? I'm doing okay. We just got off of one hell of a fucking, like, distracting side tangent. Can you really say that you've been thriving after writing the B movie? I remember watching the B movie as a kid. My 4-hour flight from Toronto took 5 hours. Oh no. Well, I'm glad you made it there safely, at least. To be fair, Julia Louis-Dreyfus doesn't have to work. Sayer's not a... What do you mean, bird? She's basically a billionaire anyway. That's fair. The B movie is a very unique experience. I watched that shit in theaters, and I genuinely could not tell you if I laughed a single time. What the fuck is that quote? I should rip out my eyes out of its sockets and hold them like fucking snails. I think the context for that was people were telling me to like use myself as reference for a pose that only would make sense if I could see myself from like another perspective. I think that's the context around that quote. Starky, what? What happened? Starky girl mirrors exist. I actually. The only mirror I own is the one in my bathroom. And I was not about to stand up and go to the bathroom just to get a quick pose reference. Hey, look, it's this. Listen, this is a song I didn't shout out. Zeph, we know your sins. We all saw you. We saw what you did. Starky what's spectrophobia? Does your cell phone not have a selfie camera? That would have been a more realistic fucking observation, but that would have been a more realistic, like, you know, option to resolve the situation. But some chat members are just like, just look at yourself. And then they're like, and when I pointed out, like, I don't have a mirror in my room, they're like, well, just look at yourself regardless. I'm like, oh, good.
Spectrophobia is like homophobia, but for mirrors.
I feel like that's not correct. Censor the word beat and release it as the Beat movie. I still don't think that would save it, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that script might be completely unsalvageable. Google it, Starky. I'm right and I know it. A phobia of mirrors and reflections, often related to the fear of ghosts or the undead. Oh, interesting. Spectrophobia or catoptrophobia? Listen, if I didn't say stupid shit, there would be nothing funny happening. I value the comedy more than I value looking smart all the time. Being smart's overrated anyway. Which phobia did you look up? Spectrophobia. 1 hour of stream when we got negative work done. I'm making progress. I'm making progress, I'll have you know. Rude. To be fair, I've been making substantially less progress because of extremely distracting but very silly conversation points, so. I love to present myself as a clown, then lock in and determine someone's lying off their breathing patterns. What? That sounds like some fucking Danganronpa character shit, man. But kissy face sent to your phone, but I'm trying to kiss your lips for real. Red hearts, that's what I'm on. Come on, give me something I can feel. Whoa, oh. Don't you love me like I want you, baby? Don't you need me like I need you now? tomorrow, but tonight go crazy. All I want to do is just meet me at the... Don't you love me like a chicken, Sandy? Not the chicken sandwich argument. It was wild listening to friends argue about whether or not a chicken sandwich was always a chicken burger. We go, what's up? Oh, well, don't you love me like I want you, baby? Don't you need me like I need you now? Stay tomorrow, but tonight go crazy. All you gotta do is just meet me at the... What's a better sandwich condiment, Miracle Whip or Cool Whip?
Rats.
Those aren't sandwich condiments.
Where the rats?
Scout this area on the map. Some of those homeowners grow fruits such as berries, grapes and mangoes in their backyard. I haven't tried mangoes yet, so grab some for me, I mean us to eat.
What are you... why are you giving me a fucking, like, you're giving me like an NPC dialogue from like a modern day Ubisoft game. Welcome on in, Zephiel. Glad I you, sweet bean. Hey. Yeah. It's on my way. Don't you need me like I need you now? Oh, I should have finished swallowing. I voted cool for but Twitch broke and voted for Miracle for me. I shit you not. So what, Zeph? What I'm learning is that you would use Miracle Web. Meet me at the opposite, because no one suspects a crow stealing fruit. For my birthday, I had cold soba and saw hoppers. I don't know. I know Disney, but it was actually a good movie. Oh, that reminds me. We have two birthdays today. The one that I think I missed earlier. Actually, it would be Jake Bing, wouldn't it? There we go. I'm low. Rats. We the rats celebrating the birthday bash. Kasai. Not my birthday today because it was Saturday, by the way. Oh, still, we're fucking celebrating it. Fuck you. Happy birthday. Happy late birthday. Fuck you. Anyways. Also, welcome on, Zephiel. Glad I have you, sweet bean. I'm building a chair my mom got me, and I'm so low energy today, it's taking forever. That's honestly understandable. I'm still waiting on, like, I have a really nice chair from Herman Miller that I love very, very dearly, but one of the wheels is broken, so I've been waiting for them to deliver a new one for forever. I saw this one entering the queue, so I know what's going to happen. Cool, now you can dread it. I hate that you're actually, like, you make an extremely compelling point. Miracle Whip is mayo, so it's better. It's not fucking mayonnaise. Miracle Whip is not mayonnaise. It is a salad dressing, and it's not even good at that. I don't care if someone, as someone who is white, I don't care if you call me mayonnaise, just please don't call me Miracle Whip. But in fact, if you want a community to have a shared trauma, then just create the trauma for a community to bond through. If episode 9 doesn't end on the edit where with a where they now edit I'm riding. Let's wait and see what episode 9 has to offer. As there's some very compelling theories that I think could be playing out. Oh goody. Oh goody what? What are your thoughts on episode 8? I will not be spoiling episode 8. Please do not post episode 8 spoilers for the Amazing Digital Circus in chat. It was good. It was extremely good. Genuinely made me feel profoundly uncomfortable. It made me feel profoundly uncomfortable in a way I've not felt since I was a child. What is... Hey, Matthias, what the fuck is this? You know, I like jazz. I don't think this qualifies as jazz. There's a bomb in his car, clearly. How'd that get there? Who put it there? Oh, we'll say about episode 8 is just wow. Yeah, I think Goose put it best when she describes episode 8 as fun, all caps, space between each letter. I will never play Buddy Holly if you don't skip the next song I put in the queue. I promise nothing. Also, I could just skip every other... Fun. Okay. This is just a fucking nightmare. What the fuck? I found out the camera I shot my cinema video on was the same camera they shot Final Destination Bloodlines on. Oh, I guess we know which children you care for more. I feel like that's the kind of emote I feel like we would get a lot of use out of. There's a red liquid. All right, fine. I will, of course, go back to the effort of skipping stuff that isn't the vibe. So do respect the vibe. Can I cue an ASMR-ish song? Yes, but again, I reserve the right to skip with extreme prejudice. What is the vibe? What? I know what the vibe isn't. Sorry, I sent you what I was working on. Welcome on, Super Ziek. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Oh, that's cute. It's a little burb mini. Of being known for bad song requests is when I say something is bad, it gets more attention as it's bad even for me. But yeah, that's so cute. I'll be honest with you, painting minis does seem like fun. It's a Tengu Bushi. I don't know what that means. But, cool. Tengu are bird spirits in Japanese folklore. Okay. So it's just a kind of a samurai style thing going on. But honestly, I feel like this song is like kind of the vibes I hope for. Like something like this or like Snail Galaxy. That's the energy I hope for. Like both in terms of stream and like just like general vibes. What should we do to Starky's model? Rotate it upside down, steal the goggles, nothing, have him face away from us. Someone ran out of characters. Yes, and nothing. Just pointing it out. Just pointing it out. Just you know, just making sure we're all aware. just casts. I cast casual shade. We've made very little progress. So I thought last stream we all agreed I was into humiliation for some reason. Why do we even try? That's fair. That's fair. I guess to be fair, like this is like the part of the process, I suppose, is like improving your art and then finding ways to do it like faster. And then from there, like, you know, finding other ways to improve your art now that you've got more time to spend on stuff. So he needs to face away from us. Joke's on you. I technically already am facing away from you. I do feel like my like line work has improved significantly with this piece. It is looking pretty clean. Yeah, I'm trying a lot of new techniques. I actually got like, because some of the idea of like what I'm doing now is stuff that was mentioned kind of offhandedly by Saber, and so I'm kind of like trying to apply it to my style. Why do horses need therapy? Ask Starky. They know what they did to deserve therapy. They know what they did to deserve the trauma that necessitates horse therapy. It really is funny because like I've talked to multiple horse people and they're either like, yeah, no, I get where you're coming from, or they're like, yeah, no, I agree, horses are the dumbest fucking animal. The only people who give me shit about not liking horses are people who are like indifferent. Would you ride a camel? Yeah. I would ride a horse. Like, I would just be like apprehensive about the experience. You know? One sentence that lives in my head forever about horses is the last poor buttercup looked at water once and died. You mean horses are dumb in your city? No, horses in general are stupid animals. They get by on sheer power. They do not have like any amount of higher brain functionality. Horses are like a weird because the most part we didn't do the most of the fucking them up. We just didn't help. What about giraffes? Those are horses. Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing with all these hypotheticals. In the day-to-day, I'm significantly more likely to interact with a horse than with a non-horse equine. And if I'm interacting with a non-horse equine, I don't fucking know how that's pronounced. Like, it's gonna be in like a controlled manner with like someone who knows what the fuck they're doing, who's gonna be like, hey, you know, here's the context. Apparently they're super prone to stress and panic related heart attacks. I'd fucking believe it. They do just go, if I get scared, the closest thing to me might die. What a quote. I'm so glad you joined stream right as I talked about taking horse stick up the ass. I almost certainly was talking about someone else. But that I couldn't tell you the context. But I definitely imagine I was talking about someone else taking horse stick up the ass. I'm sure that does not change things. I mean, yeah, you're right. Shit, you're right. Horses are either unpredictable anxiety children or big dogs with a goofy sense of humor. Wait, the context might be from me. As I got my horse adopt on that day. Quote distract from that. Zeph, you can't just keep spamming the quotes. Okay, that one I think actually has nothing to do with you. Well, come on in, Gween. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Can we chat over Houndgrim? Why am I? What have I done to deserve a board missile to be yeeted at me? What did I do? What have I done to deserve this? Zeph, I'm feeding you blue soup. You do have the blue soup. But hopefully you're doing well. Why am I threatened by this information? Because you're a furry. And we all know what blue does to furries. I don't. I'm sorry for your soon-to-be burgeoning inflation kink. Blue sloop, that girl, that's a bowl of Listerine. Welcome on, Corvic. Glad you, sweet bean. Thank you for the hydrate. Also, welcome on, glad you. We're glad of you too. Hopefully, y'all are doing well. Thank you for the save reminder as well. All right, time to freehand a thumb. The chair is winning. Welcome on, Lock. Glad to have you too, sweet bean. So I like that shape. Although it does kind of make me want to extend the finger out more. I'm sorry for what I just did. Best finger for Nagito related purposes. Why? Why would you do this to us? Like to everyone in this room, everyone in this chat room. I'm not a password generator. All right, break out the girl bosses. We need passwords from Kasai. The index fingers you have the most control over it. I will not elaborate anymore. It's for Mr. Fingers in his ass. You know what? You're not being sly. What the fuck is this poll? I've lost control of the stream. What is this fucking techno remix of the Golden Girls theme? Do you think Nagito watches the Golden Girls? Absolutely. Wait, I think I might have figured this out. Also, it's Sim Gretna Starkey. He's 100% a Sophie. I've never seen a single episode of Golden Girls, to be fair. I'm aware of the, like, conceit of it. Naruto would be a Rose fan. Index finger 1, all is right in the world. Did you run this poll just because I'm working on a hand right now? Sorry, that show is the one proof that gay men love old women. I mean, from the clips I've seen of it, I do adore it. So, like... Okay, I think I'm I'm gonna fucking lose my mind if I try to get this hand any more correct. So we're just calling this one good. There's a gay bar here that has a Golden Girls mural inside. Mural outside. That actually sounds fucking iconic. Where you and I had to say goodbye. And I don't know what it all means. But since I've survived, I've realized wherever you go, that's where I'll follow. Nobody's promised tomorrow. So I'ma love you every night like it's the last night. Like it's the last night. If the world was ending, I wanna be next to you. If the party was over and our time on earth was through, I wanna hold you just for a while and die with a smile. If the world was ending, I wanna be next to you. There's a gay... I've only gone to one gay bar. I guess to be fair, I went to a couple, but, you know, I don't think I'm very much not a bar scene person. I don't want to... When the show used to air new episodes, gay bars would stop everything and put the show on their TVs. That's amazing, actually. The only one worth fighting for. Wherever you go, that's where I'll follow. Nobody's promised tomorrow. So I'ma love you every night like it's the last night. Like it's the last night. If the world was ending, I wanna be next to you. If the party was over and our time on earth was through, I wanna hold you just for a while and die with a smile. If the world was ending, I wanna be next to you. Right next to you. Next to you. Right next to you. Obsession and stalking her. No, so it's a love song. The idea is like, if the world, like, you know, if the apocalypse were happening right now, who would you choose to spend your time with? Was ending, I wanna be next to you. If the party was over and our time on earth was through, I wanna hold you just for a while and die with a smile. If the world was ending, I wanna be next to you. If the world was ending, I wanna be next to you. I saw the first episode of JoJo Part 7 and got me excited. I need to watch JoJo Part 7. I read Part 7 and I'm extremely excited to see how they animate certain portions of it. Also, all the fucking horses are traditional, like, all the horses are 2D animated. Which is fucking horrifying. Horses are famously a huge pain in the ass to animate. So, like, the effect that they're just like, yeah, we're gonna fucking animate the shit out of those horses. David Productions on something else, man. I'm a little sad that Crimson Desert ended up using AI. I said it with Claire Obscure, and I genuinely think that, like, Sandoval Interactive learned their lesson. That there is no utility for AI, and you shouldn't be using it as a placeholder texture, because you want the stuff that you need to replace to stand out as stuff that needs to be replaced. Are you sure about that? Have you done pencil animations? No, but I've listened to people who have, and universally, it's pretty clear that horses are a pain in the ass to animate. Horses are famously difficult to draw. To reasonably animate horses, you need to draw a fuck ton of frames of them. It was not a placeholder. Oh, it wasn't a placeholder? Oh, never fucking mind then. Yeah, that just burned the entire thing down. Fortnite using AI is why I dropped it. I genuinely think that, like, it's wild to watch corporations with, like, such a clear lead on the competition fucking sacrifice everything on the altar of shit no one asked for. It was obvious it was AI people found it day one. That was a Crimson Desert anyways. It's so there's a multiplayer game called Black Desert, and Crimson Desert is like the single player version of it, I think. This is why yeah, no, I love the placeholder things from Slay the Spire. Like, Slay the Spire 2's placeholder stuff is genuinely charming. Don't get me wrong, I think it reasonably, like, I think it should be replaced before the game is, like, fully released, but the fact that like, it's just this, like, hey, this is what this is supposed to look like, is a charming little extra thing. Amazing that they made a separate single-player version of MMO. This crystal still got good energy off it despite it breaking. What are you going on about? Speaking of AI, you see Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. The fun of AI in the movie is the funniest way. The movie was cynically funny. I want to make references to a specific piece of media, but I will not because that would be spoilers for aforementioned specific piece of media. Obsidian Necrolis broke? Oh no, do be careful, because obsidian shards in a very, very specific way where it makes extremely sharp edges. Dark crystal? Yeah, I guess it has a crystalline structure. The song is good despite being in French. I'm enjoying it. Wow, you know Obsidian? I mean, it's like one of the things that's like famous about Obsidian in real life. What's wrong with the French? Listen, man, how long you got? This is a joke. This is a joke. I actually have no beef with the French. I find the language I find the language very very obtuse as someone who tried to learn it and was very, very stumped because none of the fucking spelling made any sense. Welcome on in, Phoenix and Thick Boy. Glad I get sweet beans. Anything you say against the French will be quoted to DA. I mean, to be fair, I think DA kind of agrees with me because he's a Quebecois. Quebecois? I don't fucking know. And Quebecois or Quebecois French is not considered real French to the French, specifically Parisian French. The rural French apparently are very lovely. It's very specifically Paris that is like the fucking misery made manifest. Quebecois, that can't. I've heard Quebecer. I've heard that as a term to refer to people from Quebec. I feel like, I don't know why, but I feel like it gives slur energy.
Rats, where rats, where the rats.
Well, Ratatouille is my favorite movie. I love it in franchise.
I am sorry, but I cannot forgive the French rat. To the guillotine, the Quebec chorus. I'd be fucking miserable if I lived in if I lived in Paris or London as well. Even non-Parisian French dislike Paris, from what I've heard. I've heard that as well. Because Parisians are very, very like are very snooty isn't the right, like supremacist almost. Like Parisians are like, oh, every other version of French is just so inferior. The song wasn't skipped. Everyone say goodbye to Buddy Holly. Wait, that was Jazz Seabat? They did a good job with the you know, recomposition. Is this Engage? I can never remember. Oh, it's Three Houses. For some reason, my brain was trying to tell me Kingdom Hearts, and I'm like, that's not right. I mean, Byleth is in Engage. Oh, she's DLC, isn't she? Okay. I'm about to express what I think is going to be, what I personally think is a very hot take. I don't like the direction of the Fire Emblem games since Awakening. I know Awakening saved the series, but I genuinely kind of miss the days of limited resources. I feel like the ability to grind and like construct whatever units you want is interesting, but I feel like it's a niche that has been overserved by every single game that they've released. I think that's why, I think that's in part Conquest is a limited resources for sure. And I genuinely think that like I enjoyed Conquest a lot more than I enjoyed Birthrights. But I was just so like burned out with the characters in the world that even though I did Birthrights first, I was like, I'm just gonna stop playing Conquest. I remember back when units were unusable in Fire Emblem. And like to some degree, I think it's like the by nature of the fact that like my first Fire Emblem game is like apparently my first Fire Emblem game was like the third hardest in the series. Name one unusable Three Houses character. That's my point. Is like any character now is like every character is not even necessarily like unusable. They're all actively good. So I'm like, you know, what's the you know, unlocking additional units doesn't feel like the there's no more Fire Emblem 11, Fire Emblem 12 Bantus or GBA archers. I mean, okay, my example was fucking Megan Fiona. Because like Meg from Final from Radiant Dawn. To be fair, she I feel like the way that like the time that you get her is not fair to her as a unit. Because you get a very slow, heavily armored unit during the missions that limit your mobility the most. So, like, by the time that she had trudged up and was able to attack any of the enemies, the rest of my team had just fucking murked them all. To be fair, I've never been an enjoyer of heavily armored units. I feel like that's not a hot take for Fire Emblem. Is that the heavily armored units just aren't fun to use because they're so goddamn slow in terms of like map mobility. I feel like that's a very cold Fire Emblem take. They're slower, vulnerable to magic. It's just like, you know, like the one extra square of movement is like a meaningful issue over the course of an entire map. So like at some point I'm just like, I don't care. I'm not using it. They offer no value. I will say that something that might make people mad. Three Houses has a mid gameplay. Oh, you want to do a new route to do the same 80% of the map. I don't necessarily think that that's an issue with gameplay. I think that's an issue with like. I found the gameplay of Three Houses to actually be extremely compelling. I just think I think that your complaint is that it has little replay value if you're looking for strictly unique stuff. Well, come on in, Magic Guy. Glad to be sweeping. We're currently expressing opinions about Fire Emblem, which means I'm about to get canceled by Fire Emblem Twitter. Having to not make full use of my unit movement because the armors are one tile behind. Yeah, that was like one of my biggest frustrations for the armored units. Is I was just like, I'm not gonna fucking limit the movement utility of my other classes just because the armored unit isn't able to keep up. Oh no, getting canceled on the hell site we refuse to use. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm saying that entirely as a joke. I have to slow down the whole map beginning because everyone else got to be limited just so I can use the class assigned bait up front. Just like, and yeah, the fact that it happened, like the fact that like I genuinely think Meg is the most egregious example of it in terms of like Fire Emblem history, because you get her right before, I shit you not, like 4 or 5 consecutive sand missions where like the missions where you hurt the most from limited mobility. So I'm just not gonna fucking use her. That sounds like trolling. I mean, here's the thing. Like, the only way you get her is by actually going through the dialogue. So it almost feels like it's a hidden character. It feels like she's a character you're not supposed to use because she isn't like plot important. She just shows up in the middle of like you making camp and is like, oh, I'll join you for, you know, your fucking your ragtag outcast group that's being hunted by an entire fucking military organization. Shout out to my goat though, Ileana. Ileana fucking slapped shit throughout that entire playthrough. Radiant Dawn has some characters that you can only get in New Game Plus runs, which I enjoy. That is a very fun thing, although it definitely pissed me off as a kid. Not because of the knight. That's because one of the classes you can get from that is a is an armor knight. General, I believe. But I genuinely wanted to use Prince Pelias. If only because he's the only fucking user of Dark Tomes. And you get a Dark Tome from an enemy, like from one of the bosses. That you just have to sell on your first playthrough because no one else can use it. At least I think so. I feel like you don't get any Dark Tome users. Because in part because it is weird. Like the magic system in Fire Emblem, Radiant Path of Radiance, and Radiant Dawn is a little bit odd, because each magic is like its own specialization. Well, we're gonna at least finish the lining. Welcome on, Hawk. Glad I have you, sweet bean. How you holding up? Can we shout for Dr. Hawk? We're gonna at least get through the lining, the bulk of this. This is the Mayo song. No, this is about soda. I'm doing good, but shiny honey, Rockruff, and Ultra Moon, but no luck yet. Thanks for the shout. No problem. I'll be honest with you. I'd never had it in me to do shiny hunting. I genuinely tried my hand at like competitive Pokemon breeding, and I think I got like a total of like, you know, I want to say like 3 or 4 min-max like proper IV'd, you know, a proper IV, proper nature, proper ability. And then, like, I would get, like, 1 done per game and then be like, I don't want to fucking do this again. I've murdered over 150 Pokemon now. Such is the cost of greatness for finding a single shiny. But you know, I respect the grind for shinies, but I don't think I could ever do that myself.
Rats, where the
What's up, Crisp?
rats?
Fun fact, did you know Fae 5 was a Super Nintendo game that released in 1999? It was closer to the release of the GameCube release than the SNES's release window.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Nintendo has a bad habit of releasing some of their best games at the end of console lifespans, like when the next console is already out. There's Carbink, Roggenrola, Spinda, Rockruff, and Machop. Have you heard it before? Thanks for what? Thanks for slaughtering the 150 Pokemon? I don't know. Listen, you know, you gotta thin out the herd. You're killing them a hate Pokemon? That's a very wild thing to say. Very, very wild given. I mean, listen, I don't like, I've kind of grown to dislike the Pokemon franchise ever since Sword and Shield. But like, you know, I definitely have a lot of friends who still like Pokemon, and I'm genuinely glad that they're able to enjoy it, even if I can't. I think I'm officially a Digimon convert. I just like the company. They could do something great, and they always choose the bad option. Unbiased Fire Emblem 5 is a train wreck of bad mechanics. Like, for example, if Leaf escapes, first you lose everyone and you need several door keys or you're hardlocked in the game. Fire Emblem 5 is the most convoluted recruitment in the franchise. I definitely have heard, I've heard about some fucked up recruitment requirements in various games. And I am glad that there's not too many of them that are too bad in my personal favorites. Is this a fucking... You know what this gives? This gives fucking Aqua Teen Hunger Force. If anyone remembers the episode about the fucking the Terminator turkey from the future from the past. I enjoyed Blue when it came out, and Yellow was alright, but those were the only two I really played, and the gameplay didn't feel like it's changed for me that entire time span since. The series never really hooked me, I guess. I still pay attention to what the starters end up being, but that's it. Funniest part is that the first poke I saw was that I could add False Swipe was Barbarcle, and I find it disgusting. It's definitely not one of my favorite designs. No, I'm using it for the hunt. Oh no, I mean, okay. There is, objectively speaking, the best Pokemon for catching other Pokemon is Breloom. Because it gets Spore and False Swipe. So it has like the combination of traits that's the most, like, increases your catch rate odds the most. You can also use Hypnosis with Golduck, because I believe that one also learns False Swipe. I should look for a Breloom. I mean, you don't gotta... It's definitely, I will say, it's a pain in the ass to level up, because you have to get Shroomish to like level 55 or something. Which is like a huge pain in the ass. Jesus Christ, 55. Yeah, because you can't, because it learns it at 55, and it needs to be unevolved, because if you evolve it before level 55, it doesn't learn Spore. I like I said, I was super duper into Pokemon, and then I just kind of stopped really enjoying it. Even spinning in the grass is funny because I see a bunch of different patterns. The quality of the games went down, in my opinion. Well, it's because the scope increased without them being given more time and like, you know, they don't have the manpower they need to like fully flesh out all the ideas they clearly want to do. I caught one on purpose. I had the spot over the eye and the ears and the left side for both. Also, I can't remember, we were talking about in DA's chat a bit today about how many of the Pokemon moves are basically like they can all be kink coded if you try hard enough. A lot of them would be kink coded specifically if you're into like wrestling, like if that's your kink. But there's basically, you know, a move for every kink. I like ZA, interesting fighting mechanics. Definitely Acid Spray, Scald. I mean, the closest one for those would probably be like Wax Play. Because there's the special wax that like melts at the temperature where like it doesn't meaningfully like burn skin, it just kind of tingles. Fair enough. Oh god. I'm sorry to enlighten you about the nature of about the nature of every Pokemon move. Where's my Gimpy Pokemon, Game Freak? The fucking Suicide Bush? Also, I misscalled, it isn't in the newer generations. There's a reason for that. I blame Pelipper. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's Toxapex's fault. It's 100% Toxapex's fault. Just like how they nerfed regeneration moves because of Toxapex. Toxapex was a menace. It was basically the defensive powerhouse that was, you know, it was the defensive powerhouse that was kind of like, you know, propping up the entire, like, you know, stall archetype, which people have never been a big fan of having to deal with. Chansey entered the room. I mean, okay, to be fair, I to some degree I feel like Chansey's gotten power crept a little bit. Because, you know, the fighting type stab is now like actually extremely common. Like, you know, physical fighting type attacks are very, very common. I don't remember when I saw this, but something like Chansey plus Shuckle guard split. Yeah, you can make Chansey functionally unkillable for sure. Assuming, of course, that you, like, you know, the opponent doesn't have Toxic. Or I guess you could dedicate a slot to a Teal Bell. Hardvor? Isn't that's dive with what's his face? I'm afraid of what kink might be associated with the Pokemon move corrosive gas. Yeah, Vor would probably be on that list. Burps, I think, would probably be associated with that kink as well. That is one I personally don't understand. But if you're into it, more power to you. Well, burps are you having that are corrosive? Well, it's more the gas aspect. Also, like, you know, it's for some people, you know, there's heard of it. Don't worry about it. You don't got to worry about it. Just don't ask questions. Don't ask questions. You don't want the answer to those questions. I have no clue what Zing Zap even is, not gonna lie. That's like I've already seen some corrosive gas furry art before that was D&D related. Yeah. Yeah, that actually also makes sense. Zing Zap is the Togedemaru's signature move. Electric type makes contact, can cause flinch. Yes, one of the class of Pikachu clones. The Pikachu of its respective generation. I think it was part of a series of spell showcase art pieces, Hypnosis plus Cloud Kill. Huh. I'm closing the game now, but my team currently is Tapu Fini, Zygarde, Noivern, Xurkitree, Incineroar, and Ludicolo. I'm closing the game now, but my fuck, I pasted it twice. I realize. It's a pretty good solid team. I do wonder what the fuck Ludicolo is doing on there though. I'm like, you know, most of these things, it's like those are pretty nice Pokemon, and Ludicolo is here without any rain support, and I'm like, he's doing his best. So you started reading it twice. I didn't want him to feel left out. I didn't want him to feel weird for having copied and pasted his Pokemon team twice. I was considering Pelipper because instead of Noivern, because Zygarde is a Dragon type too. I need to actually put together like what like my personal like if I had a Pokemon, if like I were a Pokemon trainer, what my personal Pokemon team would be. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it's probably Sandstorm Spikes. It's probably some variation of Sandstorm Spikes. No monotype flying. There'd be flying types. Corviknight would definitely be on there. But like, I like Flygon. I like Corviknight. I'm a big fan of Arcanine. So like I think it ended up being probably like some variation of like balance or like bulky balance. I think Excadrill would probably also be on my team, just because I love Excadrill's design. And also because, like, it was one of my favorite Pokemon to use during Black and White. It just does very, very ridiculous things with any amount of support. Excadrill, one of the rare steel types that's offensive. Yeah, it is very rare that they do that. I'm still of the opinion I'm still of the opinion that like they should make normal resist fairy. They should do something between normal types and fairy types. Cause like I feel like normal types, like normal as a typing is just so bad, and fairies are definitely too good. When I think steel type, I think slow Bulkymon. Oh, for sure. That is the archetype I think that they should be known for. Bug and ice types. I'll be honest with you. I think especially in the modern day and age, I think ice type's weakness is overstated. I think they've done enough to demonstrably prove that like the ice type is capable of doing powerful stuff. That like, you know, I did hear ice type got better. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. For those who don't know, I'm StarkyMorph, big chaos car internet. Bryce stream every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. How is Hearthstone? Currently, I'm working on some art. We are doing a bit of a macro and Mino March. This is one of my side characters here. Let me get the Twitch chat out for you. But welcome on in. I used to play Hearthstone way back when. I think I dropped it around Witchwood and I just never got back into it. Mostly wins today. Big gaming, hell yeah. I've kind of kept up with it vaguely. To like, you know. Well, how am I not following? I swear I followed everyone on the team. No, you're fine. Welcome on in, the Sunny. Glad I guess we've been. Could you also get a shout out for Sunny? I definitely, I do that too, where I'm like, I swear I was following everyone, and then I just like, I'm like, ignore me, and then I follow. Which was when I started. I've been playing it for 8 years now. Goodness gracious. Is it really been that, it really has been that long, huh? But yeah, no, I joined in the middle of the utter dominance of Pirate Warrior, which was my first competitive deck, in part because it was just so easy. It was so cheap to craft. I think that was like my biggest thing, where like as soon as it rotated out, like I just didn't have the resources to do competitive stuff free to play. You do art though? I love art. Yeah, well, I've been doing art for 2 years, so still plenty of you know, learning to be done, but I feel I've made a ton of progress since my first pieces, which I still have saved. I occasionally pull them out just to jump scare myself. But yeah, no. So this is my boy Anthus. I want to make more art of Anthus. I also have a Shark Zone. I would like Shark Zone. I want to make. Paper, I did Hearthstone as a collegiate esport for a few years and then kept playing from then on. Oh, that'll definitely explain it. Like once you build up like a habit for it enough where like it's become like, you know, like you can play it like to a competitive level consistently. But if you gotta do like the you know the post stream raid and run, like gotta go take care of yourself, go hydrate, go grab a snack, I completely get it. I appreciate you for bringing your community over, and of course you're also more than welcome to stay here. Mostly I'm just offering the emergency eject button, because Lord knows that when I'm done streaming I raid out and then I'm like, I am going to spend the next 30 minutes liquefying and then resolidifying. Streaming is a lot of fun, but it definitely is like a huge energy sink. Liquid Borb. I mean, I am goo. I in part I am goo because there are times where I'm just like, I also see Sleepy Rat on stream. Yeah, that's my TTS bot. His name is Crisp. Although I did get an idea recently for a second TTS bot that I kind of want to implement, which would be like a Sacabambaspis. Because I love the goofy fish so much. I love the Sacabambaspis. I love like, I have a weird deep affinity for Crisp is adorable. Yeah. He stands up and talks, and he's Welsh for some reason. I don't know. Teaching rats to speak English has some interesting. Could you ask questions for the second bot? It would probably be like a second TTS setup, full of goo. Listen, goo is neat. I feel like I need to contextualize that sound effect, but I think it's funnier if I don't. But to answer your question, that almost certainly is in your head now. Yes, that is an honest-to-God audio sound that is just a person's voice line in Fire Emblem Engage. Asking questions to a bot is sometimes funny. Because a lot of that uses generative AI, and I don't want that included in my stream anywhere. There's definitely a sound. I definitely had like a mini breakdown. My boyfriend is a big Fire Emblem fan. Should ask him. We were actually just talking about Fire Emblem before you stopped in. I am kind of tempted to go back and play through my first Fire Emblems again, just because I'm like I'm currently like I have like a game slot that I want to fill in, but I don't necessarily know what to do with it. I think for like a couple of weeks, I'm probably gonna be just playing Slay the Spire 2, because I picked that game up and I want to play that with friends. But yeah, if you got a dip, I completely get it. Let's see. Actually, another thing about it, I have this bad habit. I have 3 rats here. There's like I definitely feel like rats are like a rarer Sona in the furry space, but I know a couple of them. Funnily enough, I think mice are even rarer than rats, but I definitely have like a bad habit of like not the rats will overtake. I need to do more TF forms of my Sona, because I've done, hold up, I've done like various forms of Starky, but it's been a hot minute since I've drawn any of them, and I need to fix that. Yeah, the most recent one I drew was back in Weretober. It was Starky as a werewolf. The rat infestation could happen. This was inspired by like a day where I was stuck in a work meeting, and I'm just like, what if I just gave up on being an adult human and just returned to werewolf? And I was just like, oh Lord. Looking back on old pieces is always a trip and a half. Pupper Starky. It was also like a good time for me to do the jack-up pose. Giving up on being an adult human sounds good. Yeah, it's overrated. I do like the This is poorly drawn, but also it is very accurate to how I was feeling at the time. I'm just like the like incredibly disheveled, dead inside look. I'm trying my best to like, because I always try to challenge myself with my art pieces, and I think this one I'm very much challenging myself to improve my line art, and also to this hand, because it's I'm trying to foreshorten it, I'm trying to foreshorten it. So like you know, it's a hand and then also perspective because this is a macro piece. Oh god, I've touched it again. I've touched it, which means it's if you can get an in-program model, you can use the hand. I think it's just something like this. There we go. Hold up. Actually, I might have cooked with this. I think I yeah. So something like this. Something kind of like that. Chair done, by the way, congrats. I just brought a Japanese blueberry gum. The origami paper it comes with looks like it came out of JoJo's. All right. Gotta draw the cape. If anyone sends me a piece of furniture, it better be pre-built next time. All right, sends you the divorce maker from IKEA. I love the fact that is an unofficial title of a specific launch from IKEA, where they have like a what's it called, a entertainment center that was it's so complicated to put together that it genuinely was nicknamed the divorce maker. I mean, don't get me wrong, I saw the thing and it actually looks extremely good, but okay, this is looking actually pretty good. I'm actually really, really happy with how this is turning out so far. I think I need to make this look a little bit more like a proper piece of plate metal. Let's see. Oh, hell yeah. It's time for some bangers. I love melee. Millie? I think it's Millie, not melee. Okay, there we go. I think with that, it looks close enough. It was a gamer chair. I'll be honest with you. Someone you know, chat was very supportive, and I have a really nice Herman Miller chair, and it's if you have the money for it, it is definitely an investment. But if you work from home, it is an investment well worth taking. Because, like, you know, I got one of the cheaper ones and it was still like $500. Actually, this might have been back when I had like my really nice job and I was able to purchase it for myself. I can't remember. I think it was a chat gift. I am really, really happy with how this is turning out, though. Which is not necessarily a given a lot of the times. All right. Time for me to figure out what the fuck I'm doing with this. I think just like a little bit of gilding. Don't go like super duper in detail. I will say it. I was just reminded of it for some reason, but I've been watching this one anime that that I know is gonna just emotionally devastate me. If anyone's been watching Journal with Witch, it's real fucking good. It also definitely is going to it's gonna hit a point where like I'm just gonna fucking like sit there. I'm just gonna lay there sobbing in bed for a couple of hours after watching a specific episode. I like some of Millie's classic songs like Utopia Sphere, Sacramentum, Unaccompanied Hymn for Torino, and Yubikiri Genmin. Turn off rates, probably a good reminder. I'm excited to see Cayman for Dorohedoro Season 2. I tried to watch Dorohedoro, but I really struggled with it. I don't even necessarily know what the issue, like, what the like, disconnect was, but my brain just looked at it and I'm like... I don't know. I guess because I was being delivered a lot of lore. That's not the right... Okay, that's fine. I was being delivered, like, a lot of lore about a world that I wasn't necessarily super invested in yet. So I was just like, why, you know... There's a lot of shit that goes down in Dorohedoro, so it makes sense. Like, Cayman can apparently 5-head. Can apparently shed. I definitely, I read that one out the corner of my eye. I mean, to be fair, you can also probably canonically 5-head. How many layers deep do you think that the faces go? But no, I should probably give that another try at some point. Spoilers. I was joking, but I have a bad habit of accidentally predicting the future by making jokes. That really has, like, I don't want to get into it specifically, but that has been a recurring bit for me since fucking, like, elementary school. Hey, remember Starky's low poly model? I gotta say, armor is a good look. Drawing armor ornamentation, huge pain in the ass. His bald low poly. I do need to bring that back at some point. We play tic-tac-toe on. I hate it. Why did I make you a mod? I need to unmod you. Add a reminder so that way I can remind me to unmod you later. There we go. It's nothing, like, amazing, but, you know, it gets the point across. Hmm. I just, God damn it. You know what I did again? I accidentally fucking I remade the Kingdom Hearts thing.
Rats. We're rats. We're the rats.
What's up, Chris?
By Azura.
Because this is the fucking Kingdom Hearts thing. Right? That's fucking Kingdom Hearts. I've not played Kingdom Hearts. I need to be extremely careful with how I do the Fleur de Lis. Like, I need to be kind of careful with how I do the ornamentation. There we go. Why does this audio sound so familiar? Oh, I know. Okay. Yes, I do know where I looked at the video and I'm like, it's from Oblivion. I was like, something about this sounds incredibly familiar. And then I was like, this sounds like fucking, I was like, wait, this sounds like, the fucking, the villain of Oblivion. I can't remember his name. I only know him from the fucking meme mod where you can have him as your, Dagoth-Ur. I am now announcing my imminent masturbation. I fucking that's the only context I have for Dagoth-Ur. By the way, that's Morrowind. I mean, to be fair, I was probably getting it wrong. Oceana was able to catch what I meant. Oceana was capable of speaking dumb bored dumb the language of dumb bored bitch. Hold up. Have I been dumb this entire time? Starky, when you subathon, you better be playing Oblivion and Morrowind at some point. Maybe. I mean, I could. I'm just like, I don't know. I've never finished a single Elder Scrolls game. I like how I've grown so fucking numb to the cupcake remixes where I'm just like this is normal. Okay, but this is also kind of this is a killer cupcake remix. Leaving work. If you end before I get home, thank you for stream start. Thank you for hanging out, you sweet bean. Hopefully you have a nice safe trip home. Let's see. What the fuck does what does a Lucario look like? I need to figure out how to draw a Lucario and a I need to draw like a dragon from the back. Don't forget the Lucario's muzzle is actually a nose. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out like the big thing is like because like they got the head like the dreadlocks, I guess, is kind of what they are. Oh yeah, it's a banger. Which you're definitely not going to do some fucking curse shit to ruin. I just know it. Okay, it's cooking. We're cooking. Where's this going? Harderer, betterer, fasterer, strongerer. They're meant to evoke the end of a cloth mask. Better, faster, stronger. Here. This is a level of detail that is going to be a little difficult for me to manage, but let me see if I can find it real quick. Let's see. I'm trying to think about where he would have put it. Where he would have put it. Did he upload it to Blue Sky? Is the question. Uh... Okay, I've already fucked up. I found the reference that I need, and it looks nothing like what I've been working on so far. My internet just choked hard. Yeah, it looks because I haven't dropped any frames, unfortunately, so it probably is your side. Okay. This is gonna be a difficult one. I might have to chibify. I might have to do some chibification. Some design simplifications. This is not the correct order for me to be doing any of this shit, by the way. If you're an aspiring artist, A, why are you here? I guess for my personality and sense of humor. Insert the one big titty meme from from Twitter. All right. Huh? Yeah, I guess you must have hit like a YouTube short or something. Actually, how would this look from this angle? Okay, so if I think about Snoot would probably be here. This is some fucking free reign looking up into the left shit I gotta figure out. Why do I do this to myself? Anyways, Lucario in the DMs. I appreciate that. Fuck it, he's looking up. Fuck it, I'm simplifying the pose a little bit and I'm having him look up. Actually, would that even simplify the pose? So I have him look kind of down. Okay. Okay. So something like this. Because they kind of like come back. Jammers to listen to while a bird has a mental breakdown trying to draw dragons. Dragons are just birds with really fat beaks. That's what I'm trying to go for. Hmm. Okay, I think I'm doing actually a good job because it does look like I'm compressing him. Me when I fucking get you and I compress your head into your body. Is this fucking... Is this Sonic Adventures? It's from Sonic. It's from the Sonic audio drama series. The what? Do I want to know? It's official. Alrighty. I've completely... Oh god, the horns. The horns make no fucking sense. Also, this was composed by Rebecca Sugar. Somehow that just makes sense. Going through my stuff to pack, I found something cool, dimmed ya. Welcome on, little wildflower. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to Blood Check. What have you, sweet bean? I am very, very close to finishing this piece, so I will probably be focusing on that, because I do want to try to finish this today. Like, it's a cool passport I bought last year for shapeshifters. It'll be difficult to stress it. It's not stressing me out. It's just like I am very close, because I am not... I'm gonna try to avoid coloring this, because I have a bad habit of going too far on pieces a lot of the times. Well, Chaos, are you happy with your hard milk? Chaos hardened the milk.
Rats, we're rats. We're the rats.
Solidifies your milk, Starky.
I would fucking delete you. Put ginger in milk trust. I've heard good things about that, unironically. Where it's like it enzymes and basically turns it into like a pudding of sorts. If I think about, like, base the head here, which means Yeah, the enzyme make the milk congeal and you can do stuff with it. I think I've started the head too high up. On which brands? I'll be honest with you. I've lost track of where the conversation has gone.
Rats, where rats, where the rats.
I did an experiment involving leaving bulbs in different drinks over the past 6 months. The bulb in Pepsi shrunk over time, the bulb in milk turned green and fuzzy, and the bulb in Everclear. Honestly, I'm afraid to let the bulb out.
I wouldn't. You know, grab a syringe and start shooting some water in there. It'll be fine. Welcome on, Mr. X fan. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Welcome on in, Kenny, as well. Glad to have you. How are you holding up? Some more like, because I want the shoulder to be slumped, but not like that slumped. It's going. It's going. Very lazy Monday. I kind of wish I had that feeling right now. I don't know. It wasn't necessarily like super busy, but it definitely like I wish I had more downtime. For centuries, my bloodline has contained the Starkey. All right. I don't want to color this. What the fuck? Can I not? I can't paint the paper. I have to. I'm home. Cool. Congrats on making it home. You made it home just in time for us to actually like. I'm probably gonna wrap this up a little bit. There we go. Not quite so bright. And then just gotta stick a texture on it. Also, we're about to run our last set of 3-minute ads. We run this every hour to turn off pre-rolls. We don't have to deal with the ads as soon as they join the stream. Feel free to go grab a snack or some hydration. We will be here when you come back. I forgot who the rat that came in earlier. It was Paco. Gotta figure out why my runic bands are in my... I gotta figure out where my runic bands are in my Vor plushes. Excuse me, Kasai? Welcome on, Mystic. Let have you, sweet bean. Let's see. There we go. Let's see. New raster layer. We'll just mouth and Albi plushes. Yeah, yeah, Paco's just been chilling. I appreciate it. I try my best to lurk. Like if I raid into someone, I try to lurk until they raid out. Dope to have access to your emotes again. Heck yeah. I love my emotes. I need to probably do something about consolidating them. Because I love them, but they're also like I feel bad that like so many of them are like you know, in various different stages of you know, like I kind of want to consolidate like who my go-to emote artist is. Now I can do this. I do think the smug potato is definitely up there in terms of like the most commonly used ones. I need to find the bloodline that contains you. Let's see. All right. I think that's gonna do it. Although, like, I might... Here. Stream is ending? Yeah, we're probably gonna be wrapping up here shortly. Here. Go and crop that so that way it's a little bit more focused. There's not that so much dead air in the... Yeah, like, or like dead air, like, you know, dead space around the head. As we're gonna start, no, thank you. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I will probably be posting this later on the Blue Sky. I fucking forgot. I forgot to do the... It would take... Here. Okay, I've lied to you all. I've fibbed. I fibbed. We have something to do yet.
What does this button do? Please, do not push the button. You have no idea what it...
Because one of the design decisions is I realized I can use... I can basically, like, because there was that like flower pattern I wanted to do on Finn, and I'm repurposing it and turning it into a laurel crown pattern on the outside of Anthus's horns. There we go. All right, last minute touch up, but it does. I think it immediately reads pretty clearly as being like it's like a little bit misplaced, but it's fine. There we go. This will get posted on the Blue Sky later. I will need to glaze it yet, so. Oh yeah, Snake Grandma got released in Arknights, and I love her dub. There we go. And now I just gotta also export the time lapse. This is gonna be an interesting time lapse to look at. I genuinely do think that like this is very much a step up in terms of like my line art. And like honestly my posing and references and stuff. See you at Anthro High. I will not be at Anthro High. I don't think I'll be going. I don't really know anyone who's going to be going, so. Let's see. 2026. We are still in March. Save it there. Oh my god. Not the fucking Dagoth base. Dagoth destroys your... Is that supposed to be Vardenfall? I can recommend a raid target if you'd like. I think let me look real quick. Brain is cooked, but I can still find a raid target at least, hopefully. Although not with this fucking backing track, Jesus Christ. Let us see who's live so we can stop by. But thank you for chilling. Hopefully it was a good time. You know, chatting very early on and then slowly losing my mind over the course of, 2 hours. I guess to be fair, I speed ran the losing my mind part so that way I could just sit at that level of like, ego death for the next 2 hours. Let us see. Goodness gracious, there's a lot of people online right now. I see now why you were like you offered the raid suggestion. We haven't read in a hot minute. Let's read Galvin. Use my emos or who's what you happen to have. Trade over to the Doodle Den. Heck, a spectacular artist. But yeah, if this is your first time here, I'm StarkyMorph, Big A Chaos Curly Internet, Friday stream live every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Over the last 2 years, we've been learning some art, so if you'd like to see that, feel free to stick around. Additionally, you can also see it over at Blue Sky, is where I post art that I make, art that I commissioned, general ramblings, all that good stuff. Updates with the video essay, general thoughts, occasional screenshots from games that I'm playing in just my free time. We got the YouTube if you'd like to catch up on the VODs there, see what all you've been up to, see the artistic process, and the artistic progress. So yeah, because everything's up. Even the first time I picked up a tablet pen, that's on the YouTube, and also the Danganronpa streams, which we are going to be returning to tomorrow with Marshmallow Bears. So if you like to see that, feel free to stick around. I got a Telegram. No, I don't. I make this joke every time because I always biff it. But I got the Discord if you like to pop in there, so that'll Sweet Beans, see the current content of Sweet Beans post. And of course, we got the coffee sponsorship with discount code StarkyMorph at 10% off over at Dragon Rose Coffee. It's really, really good coffee. I highly recommend it. I need to pick up some more for myself, honestly. But no, let's see. I think that's everything. I love you guys to bits. This week so tomorrow we'll be Danganronpa. Thursday, I think I will probably just figure out, but it's looking right now like Slay Spire 2 with friends, and then Friday will be more art, and I will need to figure out what I'm going to be doing for Friday then.